are back with the fitness journey vlogs now before we start. And I'm so sorry, I did plan to do the whole thing, like vlog the whole journey. But if you guys follow me on social media, and I've said in the last vlog, basically I met someone, ended up in a relationship, so it was kind of like all consuming, which is amazing. But it was really hard to stick to the plan, the workout plan, the calorie deficit, vlog it and like build a new relationship alongside with, you know, every other thing that's going on in life. So I basically didn't do them. So it's kind of a shame because I really feel like, yeah, I did well. Obviously, we're now looking like this. Yeah, it's a shame I didn't vlog it, but anyway, it's the day before I finished my 3-month calorie deficit. So I thought I would do a little vlog of what I did because I know so many people on social media have been asking me, and show you guys some of the food that I was eating and things that really helped me stay in the calorie deficit, and also how I felt through the highs and the lows, because there was definitely highs and lows and it wasn't completely smooth sailing, but I think that's life in general. And also I'm going to go to the gym today, do a little workout, not as intensely as I have been doing, and I'm really proud to say throughout the whole 3 months I only missed one workout, but this week's been a little bit different. It's been the last week for calorie deficit, so I've been at my lowest calories, and my body is really struggling, just for different reasons. I haven't been sleeping very well either, so it's quite tight. So I spoke to Liv and she said not to push it too much, because we don't want to injure myself. But I'm going to go to the gym, see what I can do. But yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm just going to head to the gym now, but my camera is charging because I thought it was fully charged and I just checked and it wasn't. So I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to film some of it on my phone, and then I'll explain like what workouts I've been doing. It's nothing magical, honestly, like nothing I'm going to be talking about in this vlog is like revelationary. It's just the consistency of it, but I'll tell you like how I've been consistent with it. So anyway, let's go to the gym. Okay, so gym session is done, and then I ran into my friend, so we got coffee, and I just got some food. I'm not sure this was the most sensible choice because this is like 450 calories and there's not a lot in there, but it is what it is. That is just the choices you make in calorie deficit, but it's got a lot of protein in, so happy days. So what I'm going to do now is go home, eat this, and then talk to you guys more, but actually on my camera. The workout wise, it was really good. I did do a little bit more than I was expecting to. I just didn't do too many rows because I'm sore like there to there, and rows can sometimes make that a little bit more sore. So I didn't do that, But yeah, it was a good one. So first up, I'm literally going to tell you guys what I've been doing for the past 3 months to go from where I was to where I am at now. If you're curious about the very beginning, I did do 2 vlogs, so you can check them out. They're on my YouTube. Super easy to find. They're just my fitness journey ones. So what I have been doing is I started working with a PT called Liv Sheldon. And I basically was put into a calorie deficit, which is just where you basically eat less calories, so you lose weight. And also started doing 3 workouts a week. I haven't done any extra cardio the whole way through. That is because I do a lot physically in the day. Also, my calories were probably quite high for a calorie deficit. Again, it's because I'm doing so much. And I think if you are interested in doing a calorie deficit, it's really important that you're very careful with how you do it. There are things on the internet that you can basically calculate how many calories you should be on, but I would advise to do it with a PT, do it with a professional, because it's super important that you are getting enough calories in. If you drop them too low too quickly, you are not going to be able to sustain it, and you're not going to be able to lose the weight. And also it's just super unhealthy. So I started off, and this is just for me personally, I'm not saying this is what like your calories should be. I started off on 2,000 calories. How I tracked this was using an app called MyFitnessPal. It's free, super easy. Basically just scan the barcode of food, or you type in, I don't know, if you were having like a pepper in your meal, you put like bell pepper, and then it would tell you how many calories are in there. So that's all I did. I used MyFitnessPal. I was on 2,000 calories to start with. I think for the first 6 weeks, I was still dropping weight in 2,000 calories. And then when I kind of plateaued, she dropped them by 100. And so basically throughout my journey, that is what has been happening. If I plateau, she dropped them by another 100. And in the last 2 weeks, she's dropped them again. And this is my final week, and I am now on 1,600. I'm only doing that for a week. I definitely couldn't have done it any longer. I could already feel my body fatiguing quite a lot, and also lack of sleep didn't help. But anyway, that is kind of what I've done over the period of these 3 months. So every time I plateaued, we would change it, and every Sunday I have been weighing myself, also doing measurements, because weighing is sometimes not accurate, and also it's really important you don't get hung up on how much you weigh. So we do measurements as well, and we also do progression photos. Super helpful having someone that I can check in with. She'll ask me like how my workouts have been in the week, how my eating's been, all that stuff. The other thing as well that I was going to mention is within my calorie deficit, I was in a basically, if it fits, you can eat it, as long as you stay in the calories, and I eat 150 grams of protein. Anything else goes. So I could eat chocolate, I could eat cake, I could eat whatever I wanted, as long as it fitted in the calories. And for me, this is the best way. Flexible dieting for me is the best, because I don't feel like I am missing out. I don't feel like I'm restricted. Mentally, I found it so much easier. And obviously you have to be sensible, because if I ate like a massive bar of chocolate and that was like 500 calories in that, then I have to, miss a meal, because my 500 calories say are for a certain meal. You can do it, but you'd only do it once, because you'd feel very tired and like, oh, I really need some food. So that is what I have been doing. And then workout wise, if you're wondering, has there been anything specific? Literally nothing specific. I've just been doing 3 full body workouts. The first 8 weeks, because of COVID, I was doing them at home. And then I hit the gym again, and it's all been really good. And nothing has been like, out of the ordinary and like shocking and amazing. But yeah, it's just been being really, really consistent about it. Now I've waffled on, I want to show you guys some of the things that have really helped me if I have been like struggling with like food wise and getting the protein in, because it can actually, when you start tracking your protein, you'll be so shocked at how little protein you sometimes eat. I think I was probably eating about 30 grams a day before I started tracking, roughly. And now I'm on 150 grams. So I'm going to show you guys some of the things that help me keep my protein up. Whoa! Okay, first up is an obvious one, and it is protein powder. So I started off with this one, which says the diet one, but actually this is kind of misleading on my protein, because then I found Impact, and this is less calories. Yeah, it's less calories, so I don't know why that one's called diet, and it's also less everything. but still the same amount of protein. So this has something like 25 grams of protein in each one. So I was having one of these a day. I did buy this, which is mug cake. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not great. It's not nice. So yeah, I just got these protein powders. Be careful with the flavours. Some flavours are absolutely horrendous. Just read the reviews. I got the chocolate caramel one, which was really nice. And I did have chocolate mint, but kind of, yeah, you get a bit sick of them after a while. So I would say get smaller bags. But yeah, that's my first one. My next absolute golden go-to is eggs. So the great thing about eggs as well, if you can bulk buy egg whites, and I actually want to do it. I haven't done it because there is, say you have 2 eggs, there's 160 calories in 2 eggs. If you use just the egg whites, there's 50 calories. So if you wanted like a really low calorie but still high protein meal, you could have like egg white omelette. But I feel really wasteful if I don't use the yolk. So I think what I'm gonna do is just get them in bulk, which would be really good. But I also do eat them with yolk. Every morning I have some toast, some avocado, some egg, and some brown sauce drizzled on it. And that's just lush. It's with a cup of tea, I think it's 500 calories. And that sustains me for ages. So eggs are another really good one. Okay, now we've headed to the fridge, and this is a ultimate protein. This is called, how do you pronounce it? It says on the side of the tin. Faya. I call it phage. Total zero fat yogurt. This has got amazing protein in it. So per 100 grams, there is 54 calories in it, and you get 10 grams of protein. That is absolutely amazing. What I do with that is I get some like Biscoff spread and I put it in the microwave. I put 15 grams, I think it's like 90 calories. I melt it in the microwave and then I drizzle it over, maybe with some fruit or something in it. There's so many different things you can do with that yogurt. It does taste pretty plain and boring on its own, but you can add loads of different stuff to it. Then you have the very obvious protein ones like chicken. Chicken is definitely the go-to for me if I need to ramp them up. Fish, all that sort of stuff is really, really good. Okay, other things that have really helped me if I have I'm like desperate for something but I'm really low on calories, and I know people are gonna kick off about this because I've had people do it to me before, but Diet Cokes, they're my go-to, right? And I know that there's certain health things that people are like, oh, they're not good for you, but there's no calories in them, and you know, I'm eating pretty healthy as it is, so I think we get away with it. This is my next one, and these are really recent to me finding these. I think I only got them last night, but I wish I'd got them sooner, is these little jellies. So there are 10 calories in these. If I'm feeling like I really want something sweet, that is what I'm going to go for. Again, someone will be like, they're full of artificial things, but it is what it is. And just telling you what I'm doing. Another thing that's really important with calorie deficit and watching what you're eating is like meal prep, which is hilarious because I haven't actually been that good at it, but I know that it really, really helps. I have done it a bit and it's really, really useful. And also just ideas about meals and things. So this is the book that I got. Sorry, the dishwasher's kicking off. This has got loads of different recipes in it. What I like about it as well, it tells me how many calories are in it. The book is not a he. It tells me loads of different things, right? It tells me how many carbs are in it. You have like fakeaways, which are like fake takeaways. You have like, if you want to batch cook, there's recipes in here for that. There's puddings, there's breakfast, there's loads of stuff. And there are actually 3 of these books. I think this is the 3rd one that has been out. Super easy, really recommend this one. Yeah, if you're struggling with recipes. The last bit of advice I have for eating is there is countless accounts on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube about people who share specifically what they eat in a calorie deficit. I mean, like they'll follow the whole day. So just put in calorie deficit ideas. You will get so many. They'll probably be way better than what I've kind of explained in this. It's a really, hold on. They'll probably be better than this, and they'll talk you through it because, you know, that's what they're doing. They're not trying to juggle many things. They're calorie deficiting it on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. So go check them out. That is what I did. There's this thing called baked oats, which everyone went mad about on TikTok. That's super yummy. But if you're feeling stuck for ideas, there are just so many free ideas out on the internet. It doesn't have to be expensive. Yeah. Do you like how I just keep moving the camera around to keep it snappy and fun. So the other thing as well that I was going to chat about before we wait till tomorrow, which is my final weigh-in, I'll show you the before and after pictures. We'll do a nice progression of everything. I'll show you the weigh-in, all that stuff. Before that happens, which is not going to happen straight away after me filming, but you will see it straight away, I wanted to just chat to you about the mindset stuff and how I kind of handled, because I mean, normally what I find when I'm doing something like this is I'm a-okay until life throws a curveball at me, and then I'm gone, I'm out. I'm like, there's too much going on in my life to be dealing with something like this. So I think initially what was really good is I just hit a stage where I really, really wanted to make a difference. I was really, probably the biggest I've been. I don't know why, it just kind of had happened. I think the thing that really helped me as well throughout my 3 months is having Liv, having a PT. She's checking in on me. I could message her whenever I wanted, like whether that was every single day. If I had a slip up, she was there to kind of catch me and help me and advise me and keep me on track. And that has been so good and so worth the money. And what else has been really good? So I did hit, I would say, 2 big hurdles. The first one I did mention at the beginning of the vlog is I actually met someone. Now, this is a super happy time, I understand that. It's like, woo, amazing. But there was some of it that was really, really actually quite tricky. So we're coming out of a pandemic, we're coming out of a lockdown. I'd spent a year, probably more than a year, not really seeing anyone, not really meeting anyone. Socialising had gone out the window. And for me, I was so nervous about going on this date, and then even when I knew I liked him and we were still going on dates, I was so wound up. I was so scared. I couldn't really eat much before seeing him. This really, I found that quite hard. You'd think, yeah, great, you weren't eating a lot, that's going to help the weight loss, but what it was doing is, say like at the weekend I didn't really eat enough, and then in the week my body would be like craving stuff. It's like, you've kind of deprived me and now I want to get back in. So I kind of had to be really, really sensible with, after I'd seen him on a weekend, that I definitely got the calories in, made sure that I got the protein in, kept to it, because there's that thing of like, oh, I haven't eaten today because I was so nervous. Oh, well, it's fine, I'll just use that as dropping the calories. But it's so crucial that you keep getting the calories in. Otherwise, it's really hard to see. You really want like a steady progression, a steady drop. And I think that's why this one's been so different for me. I've done crash ones before and it's just really unhealthy. So that kind of happened and that was really tough. And then as you become more comfortable with a person and you settle, there can be that thing of like, yeah, let's just eat together. Let's just like be happy and, you know, all that stuff. And he is like, he's a big rugby guy and he eats a lot. He's 6'4". There was a thing of like, oh, I'm just going to eat what you're eating, or I'm going to eat every time you eat. And I've had to be really, really careful with that, but he's super supportive. And again, I just kept tracking the calories, just kept going. And there were moments where I was like, oh, I could so easily stop doing this now. But I was like, no, I'm really like, I think I looked at myself in a really loving way. I was like, I'm really proud of what I'm doing. I'm really happy with how things are going. Even if I had a slip up for some reason, I'm just gonna be nice to myself and keep going. The other hurdle that I did have, and this was not that long ago, and this is as the calories were starting to drop and things were getting a little bit harder, is one of our horses unexpectedly had to be put down. Now that threw me out massively. And straight after it had happened, I know people deal with this stuff differently, I just started eating. And it wasn't loads, but I probably went over my calories by like 400 on that day. And then, yeah, it was kind of, I got in the mindset the next day of like, okay, I need to go to the gym, I need to drop my calories today, and I guess kind of punish myself. And that's literally just me being honest. I spoke to Liv and she said, no, we don't punish ourselves for that. Life happens, but just get back on track as quickly as you can. And that's what I did the next day. It was a little bit tough because obviously you'd gone into getting used to eating a little bit more, but I kind of just went, no, right, we can keep cracking on. And then this week, the last week, has been the toughest for me, the lowest calories. I didn't sleep very well, I've been quite resentful of it, I've been quite grumpy. The only thing I think that's really keeping me on track at the moment is the progression pictures and seeing like how I look. And I know that might sound quite shallow, but it's literally the truth. That is what has been keeping me going. I'm really happy with how I look now. Like, I've never looked like this in my life. And I think when I look at myself in the mirror, I just see like discipline. I feel way more like focused in my mind because of it. I feel way more in control of life. And obviously there's a balance to that, isn't there? Because I know some people sometimes go too much one way, where they want to control every single thing that they eat. It's all about balance. But I'm just feeling really, really good. So yeah, the deficit ends tomorrow, and then I'm going on a 2-week break. I could either go back into maintenance, which is where my calories will basically slowly creep back up, and then I'll be on about 2,500 comfortably and still look like this and not put any weight on, but that's because you progressively build it up. And this is what I'm doing, I'm going on a 2-week diet break where I eat more calories, can relax, probably put on a bit of weight but not loads, and then go back into a deficit. But the next deficit will not be as low as this one. It will be a little bit higher, but just see again what I can do, where we can get, and then I'll do that for 4 weeks, and then I'll go on a 2-week diet break, and then I might go back into another 4-week deficit, and you just go like that till you're happy, bam, out into maintenance. And then it's literally just not binging and just cruising, and it's becoming a lifestyle, and I literally am so happy. I'm so happy. So I'm going to stop blabbing. Hopefully that's given you some information. So it is the final day for calorie deficit, and I'm going to do the weigh-in and the tape measurements and progress pictures. Okay, so, whoa, falling off the bed. Liv just messaged me. It's the end of the 12 weeks. So she gave me the stats of everything that had happened. I'm going to add in the photos as well. It's literally insane. So in the 12-week calorie deficit and exercise, I have lost 21 pounds. So that's 1 stone, 5 pounds. I have lost 3.1 inches off my hips and 5.1 inches off my waist. Insane. And you can see a massive difference from the difference of the last week. So she sent me those pictures, those are the ones that I showed you, which is super interesting. You can really see, yeah. So we're excited to see what we can do. I've got a 2-week diet break. I'm just checking how many calories I'm on, and then and then go back into a 4-week deficit. There was part of me that was like, on this day, I was like, I'm literally just gonna go wild and want to eat whatever. But actually, I feel so used to eating what I eat that I don't know what the plan is. I've messaged her like if I can have a free meal, you know, where you don't track it, see what's going on. But yeah, I'm kind of like not bothered if I don't. I kind of like routine and structure. It's my day off today, and what I'm going to do, because my boyfriend has gone to coach rugby, I'm going to go to the gym and I'll probably have a nap, have a little sleep, so I'm refreshed for the week ahead, because that's definitely what I've been messing up on, is sleep, and I don't want lack of sleep to then push me to, you know, all this hard work to kind of disintegrate, my riding to disintegrate, and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm looking for the week ahead to kind of get back into a nice routine of getting back into my riding properly, because the week I've just done was horrendous. It was, the thing is, I have a lot of clients' horses in at the moment, and they have to take priority because obviously they're paying me, but they take priority over my horses. So I had, I think Thursday and Friday, I didn't ride 2. Yeah, I didn't ride 2 with them both days. So it is what it is. And obviously that's how I earn a living. But I'm hoping now that I can get my energy back up, get my body better, have loads of sleep, that I'll be back up, ready for it. I did want to mention though, before this vlog ends, if you guys are interested in me continuing to show you my journey, then I'm really happy to talk about it. Talk about what I'm eating, what I'm doing, all that stuff. I plan on doing a podcast with Liv as well, who's my PT. I'm really happy to keep going with you, and I just want to say thank you so much for the support over social media and your messages. It's so kind. I think I was a little bit nervous. If you watched the first vlog, I was a bit nervous about how people were gonna take it. I've had quite a lot of I was going to swear then. I've had quite a lot of people being nasty when I've done this before, saying that I am making people feel insecure about their bodies. That's not at all what I'm trying to do. I just wanted to show you what the human body is capable of doing when you get determined, you set your mind to it, and you find that consistency and that pattern, because it's possible for every single person to do. I think the biggest hurdle is mindset, getting that right, and then once you get that right, it's really good. But yeah, massive thank you for all the support and the love, and I will continue to share this journey with you guys.